Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I'm just tired. I'm sick. I'm just sick and tired, just like Rika. But I'm also Dribby Doo.
And I'm your favorite spider who only murders in self-defense, Sobroni.
And welcome back to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things weeb, the good, the bad. Nope. G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb.
We're on our A game today.
I told you I'm sick. How are you? I'm sick.
Doing
I'm
well.
clearly sick.
I'm not sick, so I'm doing well.
Yo, allergies kicking my ass. The moment I saw one day it was like 70 degrees and the other day it was gonna be 40 to 50, I was like, oh, it's over for me. I'm just gonna lay down and accept my death. So yeah, that's the kind of A plus quality you guys are gonna be in for today, y'all. So have fun. Words, I can't do them. Let's start with our
I won't
news.
be able to argue against my valid points anymore for the rest of the podcast.
Get cool. Crazy. Let's start with our new segment, This Week in Anime. I'm gonna go first since Oni is clearly here to make me suffer on the planet for as long as possible. So it only makes sense that I talk about the fact that the Demon Slayer film rebounds back to #1 in yen earned at weekend box office.
Oh, so you're coming from me first. Got it.
See, I wasn't going to, and then you were like, let's just fight from like literally 5 minutes," and I'm just like, all right, cool. So yeah. Oh wait, I had the information right here. Okay. So after 12 consecutive weeks at #1 in the box office in Japan, the Demon Slayer movie finally dropped to #2 for its 13th weekend, and then the film ranked at #1 again in its 14th and 15th weekend, and then fell down to #2. I think it's staying there. No, and then returned to then it went at 3, and then went back to 2. It's been in the top 3 for God knows
It's
how
just
many
bouncing around. Like, how long is it? I feel like it's been in the movie theaters for 7 years.
months. It's been literally for months.
Like, oh my god, how long is this movie going to be in the theaters? Jesus Christ.
Literally once. I do really want to know how many weekends.
How many?
21.
Jesus. That's a lot of weekends. Why so long? Are movies usually in the theaters that long?
Never. No, totally. It is super rare. That movie will be in. It will be like maybe 3 months. I feel like 3 months top. Maybe a little bit longer if it's like a Grammy award-winning movie. But yeah, no, that's weird.
That is weird.
That's weird. I really need to see this movie because I know it's not going. I'm gonna see it. I don't really have any high expectations because everyone's losing their shit over it. So in my mind, I'm just like, okay, so it's not gonna be that great because everyone's going crazy over it. But then, what if it does? What if it'll just blow my mind away?
All I know is it better have more Nezuko in it. I'm still angry about the lack of Nezuko.
Maybe in season 2. Maybe. Who knows? All right, Oni, go ahead and go trigger the comment section.
All right. So in my news this week, BPO, the Broadcasting Ethics and Program Improvement Organization, a watchdog group in Japan, has expressed its divided opinions on Redo the Healer's extreme content. Basically, they're just like an oversight board. I don't know if they have any actual power or anything. I think it's just a bunch of nerds, but they expressed their opinion. Anime News Network does note that it's important to note that BPO opinions and comments published are not necessarily the opinions held by the members, but like opinions held in the general public. So some of the surprisingly, it is mixed. Some of the complaints or some of the feedback they got are things like, although it may be a problem, if it were in a time slot where children would see, the extreme scenes used are blacked out or blurred visuals and are not clearly shown, and it's in a late night time slot. So it's like a 2 a.m. time slot or something. So I think that's a valid, that's pretty much my stance on it. Like, yeah, it's airs in the like
late at night,
and it's censored,
yeah.
and the uncensored version is like on pay-per-view, so it's not like it's right, like, or whatever their equivalent of HBO is.
Yeah.
So and then of course some of the more flagrant people who didn't like are like, oh, that's not an excuse. One complaint I found amusing was somebody said the characters are drawn to look cute and the dialogue is very light. A child could mistakenly believe that this is for them. Yes, because the characters are cute and there's little to no conversation.
The dialogue is light. what like define light as in like very little dialogue?
Yeah, I think they mean like very little.
Okay,
dialogue.
the dialogue that exists is like I'm thinking revenge.
I'm just like
who raped and drugged me. And I'm like, what?
By this same logic, I can be like, yeah, porns are for kids because the dialogue is very light and the characters.
What? Oh my gosh! Listen, I jokingly have seen some like straight porn setups, and they're just like, oh gosh and golly, like these almost sound like they're like a PG show, like a sitcom or something.
It's funny because for as bad as porn acting is, I did see a porn clip recently that had some like there was some random A-list act, like he was really he went to Shakespeare school or something because he was a really good actor. I don't know why he was doing a porno, but he was killing it. Anyway, unrelated.
Was he killing it?
He actually was a pretty good actor. Like he had a be fake angry, but he really sold it.
But did he have a big dick?
I wasn't looking at his dick. Sorry.
Really? You didn't know, even though it was penetrating her, you didn't see.
I mean, like it was just it looks the same size as every other porn actor, so I guess so.
Okay. Good. Just want to know. That is important. Asking important questions.
Yeah. I guess I wanted to say, what's your opinion on, because I'm like, in 2021, are we still doing this thing of the children type of thing?
Like, no, you already know me. I don't know what kind of fight you thought you were going to get with this, because you ain't gonna find it here. I don't. Like, first of all, this anime has to be good in order for me to care about it, and it's not.
What?
So
it's a magnum opus.
No, what this anime needs is a magnum condom. Yeah, I'll be here all week.
I mean, it is still better than Shadowverse, to be honest.
I mean, that's not
which is a kid show.
The way I'd watch everything else over Shadowverse. Literally every other anime we've seen I'd watch over Shadowverse. But yeah, no, if you're showing it late at night, it's blurred out. I don't see a problem with that, honestly. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, let me rephrase it because I knew that was gonna be your answer. I was more aiming to like, if this show, or like, all right, so let's say you have a son or a daughter or a kid.
See,
would you, obviously you wouldn't show them Redo of a Healer, but would you be as anal about what they watched? Like if they saw a show that was like for example, if they saw Attack on Titan while they were like 11 or something like that. Like, are you more along the lines of like, no, they're not allowed to watch R-rated content, or?
I don't know. For some reason, I would say I feel like in my mind there's like certain anime like my like I'm okay. Let me put it this way: I'm not gonna wait till they're 18, being like, yes, now you can watch Attack on Titan. That's. But 11 would be a little. That's a little for me. As like,
because there's 11-year-olds now who watch Attack on Titan.
I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. I would say something. I think I'd wait till they're 13. Once they're 13, like there's very little I would care that they watch.
I think
by my mind, I would still have to be like a parent. So it's like if I see you watching like any extreme ecchi, I'm like, no. I just
Yeah,
shut that
it
shit
depends.
down.
Like if they're watching something like Love Hina,
Like it's one of those things where it's just like I can't say that you gotta watch this when I'm not around. Wink.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be like an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
Like if you watch it around, I'm not gonna go looking for you watching this anime. But if I see you watching it, I'm gonna be like, no, you can't watch.
I just find that this well, obviously my stance is probably the same. But I just find it interesting because in this era of our history where the internet exists and there's still people with this mentality of like, yo, pollute the children's brains. Like I guarantee you anything that they see online when they're like 8 is going to be 100 times worse than whatever the fuck redo of a healer does. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like at this point it's a lost battle. Yeah. It's a lost cause. The internet exists. There is no purity.
I mean, I want to be like, that's so weird. I never thought about that. Like that almost makes me concerned for like my nephew. Shout out to my nephew for joining me on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me concerned for my nephew. Just a little bit, but I I feel like that's definitely something that has to be, you know, it like you have to be a parent. Like you have to be a parent.
You have to be
You
a
can't
parent
blame.
to some degree.
You can't like there are. I feel like there are ways to like lock things. Like when you're when you're a parent, there's no reason that you can't just be like, child, open your phone and let me see what's on your social media. Like, there's no reason why they like. Well, there's no. Let me phrase it. There's no good reason for them to be like, no, you can't do this, because, like Oni said, there is a lot. Because I'm thinking about stuff that I see on my Instagram, and I'm just like, it didn't take me that long to find it. Not that I'm saying there's anything like bad. It's not like I'm like, oh, it's just hot guys everywhere, blah blah blah. Like, no, I'm just saying like just random obscene jokes, very rated R humor, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Like your kid sees that. If your kid wants that, you can easily find it. It's up to y'all to do it. That's it. To a certain point, it becomes up to the parent to do it.
Yeah, I think it's. I'd say it's mostly incumbent on them to make sure that your kid is at least mature enough to handle it. I think that's the better approach. Just make sure your kid is knowledgeable and mature enough to handle these kind of things. I don't know. Like I think that'd be the better route to go. Instead of trying to shelter them.
Yeah, but then we have like this whole thing about I don't know, especially when it comes to like sexuality and kids. It's like I know that could lead into a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with teaching kids that sex is a thing, but it's like, I don't know, kids are dumb and they're gonna be, and even though we're gonna be like, no, you should not be having sex. This is a very adult act with very adult consequences, and they're gonna be like, her, and then.
Yeah, that happens regardless. It is funny though. I see this as we were talking. The funniest part about this whole article is on the bottom where it says past submissions in the BPO have included concerns about character designs and sexual content in Yokai Watch. What the fuck is what are they doing over in Yokai Watch?
Yeah, right. I love Kitsch though.
It does say the children's anime Yokai Watch. Shit, maybe I need to watch Yokai Watch. I'm missing out on the true ecchi show out here.
Hold on. The nudity in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
Of all the things that are gross about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, seeing their little outlines of their peepees is while I will admit it's unnecessary. It's not. That is not the problem. Let's talk about feeding babies poop. Let's start there. Let's start with the very uncomfortable them licking things all the time. Let's start there, and then we can work our way back to like talk about their PVs. That's weird. That's a weird concern.
It is. Well, you know what, BPL, you do you.
All right, let's get into our weekly review.
Mm-hmm.
So we debated whether or not to review the the Attack on Titan episode this week. It's episode 14. And think about it, I decided we might as well because it's like, while it's not the full 20 minutes, it's the majority.
It's like
And
17 minutes of the 20 minutes.
yeah, and it's like, girl, that was a lot.
Yeah, everything that I think was gonna happen happened in the episode.
Basically, so yeah, I guess let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Fuck Eren?
yeah, fuck it. I think I will say it's very obvious that Aaron is doing all this on purpose. Like
Oh
he's like,
yeah,
I want,
no, that's
yeah,
super.
he's
That's
very
super
much,
apparent.
yeah, it's very apparent. Like, there's no way he's being like, Mikasa, I hate you. Although I will say that scene where Armin's about to punch Aaron, and she holds him down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hurt. That
Yeah, that was
hurt.
a
That
pretty.
actually that hurt because after all those horrible things he just said about you,
Mm-hmm.
he was still right.
Why you gotta hurt Mikasa like this though?
And I guess the thing is, if you mix, the best way to lie is to mix some truth in, and I guess the truth was the fact that Bertold probably is, Bertold's memories is what drawing Armin to Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Mikasa is indeed is her job
Super
to
evil.
protect
Yeah.
royalty. Yeah.
Um. I kind of just like. I kind of wish that they didn't make Eren so obvious in his. I don't know why he's trying to lie to them. My guess is he's trying to do the Lush thing where he's gonna be like, I'm evil and you guys gotta stop me. And then by stopping him, they're gonna be like, we'll join forces and bring about world peace or something. But still, I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like Kogias did it better.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I like that Aaron. I don't mind it being just Aaron being like, "Fuck it, I just want to be free and do what I want." It's like I kind of get that, and he's just like, "Yeah, this is ultimately what I want," and Zeke is just helping me do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like our goals just happen to align with each other.
True. I did see one. I meant to retweet it. I saw on Twitter, so it was like it posted a picture of Mikasa, and she's like, "Damn, Aaron, I wanted you to ride me, but not like this."
Uh Damn. That's weird. Don't do that to Mikasa. No, I'm glad you did not repost that. I will delete that tweet in solidarity with Mikasa and her feelings and her mannish haircut.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of grown on me. Actually, I don't. I kind of like it now.
It's there.
I don't like it better than her old haircut, but it's all right. It's grown on me.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I guess I'm okay with it. I'm like, you just look like a cute boy now.
um, as for the other half of the episode, the whole Zeke fight, that I think
Oh,
was
that was,
the big part of the episode. That was fucking crazy.
yeah, that was nuts. Just, you had no idea that even all the soldiers were drinking the wine. Damn, I'm like, who didn't drink this wine?
They got it across to everyone so easily. I would have figured, like, damn, man, how much? First off, how much spinal fluid wine did you make? Because does Zeke
How much?
just
How much Zeke juice?
yeah, does Zeke just like hooked up to a tap or something, and they just like squeeze out his spinal fluid every time they mean to make a new batch of wine?
I mean, they had years to farm
It's a
it from him.
farm Zeke juice.
Yep.
I do like there was like one girl in the army who didn't drink the wine. She's like, what the fuck is going on with everybody? And everyone else is like freaking out, and she's the only one who didn't drink the wine. So like
He's like,
everyone
what?
except her is fucked.
Yeah. Well, luckily they didn't feel it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you have to be in a certain proximity for it to work.
Yeah, it is strange that they still like they didn't feel it enough to transform, but they felt it enough to like have their bodies like seize up.
React.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So poor Levi having to kill everyone.
Not again. How many times has Levi's team been killed? I feel like every season Levi gets a new team and they just get killed.
They all die. They're just all slaughtered.
Levi even was like, "You know how many times I've had to see my teams die? Nothing new to me, Zeke.
Nothing new to me, Zeke." And then he really just took down Zeke for like the third time. Another thing, how many times I have to kill Zeke?
Damn, yeah, and he keeps doing this thing. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you yet. I'm like, oh, why not? At this point, let's fucking kill him.
I mean, okay, no, it's probably a bad idea, low key.
Is it though?
Yeah, kind. It's like letting him live can give you certain advantages, but also killing him can give you certain advantages. Like they both have pros and cons.
Yeah, I don't know. At this point, I feel like he's too much of a liability. Like no matter what good he can give you, he's clearly just gonna fuck you over at some point again for the third time or fourth time.
I mean, I would say feed him to a Titan, but he has them all under his control.
Exactly. So hopefully Levi, like, I don't know, does something that he can't break out of. Like, I would, you know what I would,
Titan.
I would just, I guess your limbs don't grow back if you like tie them up, right? Like if you like tie something to the stumps.
I'm not sure.
Like I would just cut off all his limbs and just like tie a rock to his stumps so that his things don't grow back. His limbs don't grow back or something.
But
I feel like they did that to
that's clearly not like, that's not what makes him dangerous anymore.
Oh, and also cut off his tongue. That too. Or break his jaw. One of the two.
Oh, I'm like, wait, why cut off the tongue?
That way he can't speak and yell.
I'm pretty sure you can still yell with your tongue.
Well then, I don't know. Chop off his lower jaw and replace it with like a rock-shaped jaw.
You really thought hard about this.
Yes. I'm trying to do Levi's job for him. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea. They won't do it, but that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, they won't. They're gonna like, all right, Zeke, this time we're gonna put you in a fucking... We're just gonna tie you up. No way you're gonna break out of that.
Alright. Wait. I will, before we go, I will say, just play devil's advocate. Leaving him alive ensures... I mean, killing him is cool and all, because then you can, like... I don't know. It's like the likelihood of their plans coming to fruition goes down dramatically, and I mean for the plans of the Jaegerists. Like no more screaming. Oh, God, he's gonna yell, and we all turn into Titans. So
exactly. Although in Levi's defense, I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that the entire military's been drinking Zeke juice.
Zeke definitely knows that.
Zeke knows that. Levi doesn't.
They do. Yeah, they told him.
They told him?
Oh shit, they didn't. Never mind.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't know. Otherwise, I was pretty sure he would have killed Zeke.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's gonna bring Zeke into the fucking. He's gonna do that next episode. He'd be like, "Guys, Zeke is too much of a liability. I brought him back into."
Put him in jail.
I put him right underneath the army base with Pixis.
And he's like, "Wow, perfecto this."
Yeah.
And that'll be that.
Cool.
But yeah, I enjoyed the episode.
Same.
A lot. All right. Let's move on to ReZero Season 2, Part 2, Episode 10.
My episode of the week.
Yeah. I pretty sure this is my episode of the week as well.
Even though your girl's having a hard time living.
I believe in Ram. I believe in Ram. This is the last. This is the final time, and you always know the final time no one dies. So
I know, but I wanna enjoy that she's dead at least for 1 week.
Wow, that's crazy.
Listen, you guys have spent 2 seasons of, where's Rem? What's Rem?
Technically one run. I mean, one run. Sorry, technically one season.
One season that's lasted forever.
Yes,
Still,
I'm
let me
so
have my
sorry that
1 week of Ram bashing.
you got it. You got it. I'm pretty sure that definitely added to your reasonings why this is your episode of the
Oh
week.
yeah. Well, that and the
um,
first half of the episode was really good.
um,
Or the middle half, actually. The fight.
yeah, I was like
I forgot the
the
first half was Amelia.
yeah. I thought about to be like, what?
No, sorry. Amelia scenes are never good. My apologies.
That's not true.
Mm,
Young Amelia.
that doesn't count. That's young Amelia. That's a different character entirely.
Oh my god. Can I? So, and I knew this episode was gonna be good when in like the first few seconds when you see Garth and Elsa fight,
Mm-hmm.
it gets a little they're getting slashed up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I see a little bit of blood and gore. I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then do they? Oh, I think this is the opening where Subaru and the others they like kill like the giant mobbies,
Yeah.
and they end up lighting it on fire. So that was cool. I like when like actiony stuff like that happens, or they're like, oh my god, we're just ordinary people. We're trying to kill something really big and crazy.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that Subaru's plan didn't work. Like he was going
Yeah.
to throw
Oh, the
dust.
dust joke.
Ah,
Yes.
dust. She's like, what?
And yeah, everyone's like, what? I don't.
Stupid.
I think you're missing something. Yeah, I think you're missing. You're missing something.
Subaru never passed chemistry.
Yeah, clearly. But yeah, and then like Emilia's final trial starts. At first, I just found it funny that she just goes to the witch world. I kind of forgot because I saw like Wednesday, but she just like end up being comforted by like the witch of
Yeah, Minerva. Witch of anger or something.
anger,
Wrath.
wrath. Yes, ends up being comforted by her.
Love is
And
not a
I
deadly
was
sin.
gagged. Anyways, and I just have to say, the way I stand for Echidna, because this bitch is so miserable. Imagine being so miserable that you didn't even come to your own party. She wasn't even there.
She left the tea party. Minerva, you handle this.
She would show up. She said, other would go, please. I just can't with her. I don't want to. Imagine being that salty. I live. I laughed so hard. We really just couldn't handle.
When your teacher just doesn't show up to the testing area.
Damn, she was just like, I can't handle that. You're a better person than me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when I say better person, I mean as in like, at this point, she's definitely a better, well-adjusted human
non-crazy
than
person.
Echidna. Yeah, exactly. And Echidna can't handle that.
Yeah.
She can't handle that, plus the fact that Subaru chose her.
While I was in the live watch with everyone, Savior and Orion and them brought up some good points, like because apparently there's a lot of little nuggets of info and foreshadowing and clues and stuff in their little conversation. Apparently there's a theory that Minerva is either related to or could be Amelia's mom. I feel like at this point there's a theory that everyone's Amelia's mom. There's fucking theory that right? Subaru is Amelia's mom, probably. But I can kind of see that. But I don't know. I think it's part of me doesn't care who Amelia's mom is because I don't care about Amelia, but I do care about I care more about the mystery than I do about
who it is.
Well, more about the mystery than I do how it impacts Amelia and her character. Like, I don't care about Amelia and her character. I just want to see who it is. Just so I can know the answer. I feel like Erica and Umineko. I don't care why. I don't care how this impacts your family. I just want to know the answer to the question.
Yikes. Come on, Erica energy.
Yep.
So, that happened. That's cute, whatever. I wasn't really paying too much attention at some point.
Mhm.
Um, and then we skip to arguably one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen.
I wouldn't go that hard, but it was a really good
I
fight
would,
scene.
it was for me. Okay, so for me, what makes it a good fight scene, or one of the best fight scenes I've seen, is that it just got real. It felt very Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but like on steroids.
There was a definite sexual energy to this fight for some reason.
Like
So I don't know if that's where you're going with this.
Yeah, it was oddly sexual, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. Like they're just like at some point, it just became very animalistic.
There was one scene where they're like literally biting each
Biting
other.
each other, yes.
And
And he bites her, and I'm like, okay, well he's like half beast, and she bites him back. I said, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, but like the camera zooms out and you just see them on the ground like tussling with
Yeah,
each other, and it looks like
on
they're
top of
fucking.
each other. Yeah,
I'm like, okay.
yes, yes.
The
And I
metaphors.
yeah, no, Elsa was definitely she was reaching more than one climax that fight. And we also find out that Malin and Elsa are sisters, which I was like, what?
Yeah,
Random, but okay.
very random, but sure. When she started talking about her backstory and they started giving all these like, oh yes, and this is my sister, and here's my past out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was like,
me and Sabia were like, oh, you're dead.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I was dead. Yeah. The moment I started hearing it, I'm like, okay, dead. Got
Dead.
it.
Bye. Also, I have to say, this fight I did love because of how brutal it was. Like, holy shit!
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
he killed that
That's why
hippo,
it's like my favorite.
he fucking twisted the hippo's head off.
That's exactly why it's my favorite fight. Like everything just felt so visceral and raw and gross and grotesque. Like it just felt like a I don't know, like a proper
like an actual
fist fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it wasn't like there's nothing pretty about it.
Like they were actually, you can tell they were like, oh, yep, they're trying to kill each other very badly.
Yes. Nothing. No. Wait for my power up. No, I'm gonna try my magical attack. Nah, they're just punching, scratching, kicking, biting, and everything. And yeah, and Miss Elsa finally meets her death at the end of said giant hip. Was it the hippo thing?
He picked up the hippo and threw it on top of her.
Yeah.
Which is a bad way to go, I think.
That really was, but it was an awesome death. Oh my god! They were just seeing her go splat. I was like, "That's great." It was really giving me that one scene, that scene from School Days, not in the anime. The one where Katsura like jumps from the building.
Oh yeah.
Like and like he just does a freeze frame before the pause before she falls. Yeah, it was giving me that.
Yeah, I can see that. I also loved how this fight, like, because for as brutal and crazy as this fight was, it contrasted really well with the fight that came after it, which was the Ram and Rosewall fight, because that one was kind of very different. It was more like laser beam fire,
lasers and magic and magic,
they loved each other, and it was all about
love. Yeah, then Rosewall is strong.
Yeah, he was like fucking shooting out Kamehamehas.
Literally, a Kamehameha way. Like, he was like, oh, I'm super big, Puck. Pew! giant laser beam and just blows. Wait, what does he do to Ram?
At the end, he like shoots a giant fireball at her and like blows her up.
Yeah.
After Ram throws his diary.
Oh yeah, diary into the fire. She's like, yes, all this time. This is what I wanted. She's like, I'm done. But she's gonna live because Ram is just that kind of baddie. No, she's a baddie who just wants. She's like, I gotta live.
Yo, how crazy would it be if Ram shows up saving Ram?
I'd be here for that. I'd be like, yeah, you finally did something.
Yeah.
You did the best thing
you could.
Finally
let you do something.
You did the best thing you did this entire series, and that was save your sister who's better than you.
Did you see all the Orion was sending me all the memes with because Ram confesses to Rosewall And all the memes are just like, Ram is like, I love you, Rosewall, and Rosewall's just like, I love a kid.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She can
Listen,
love her toxic clown. That's fine.
Ram and Ram can, bond over it.
Yeah, how
They're
they
such shitty love interests.
How they, yeah, who both simp over no. Simp over one who's actually dating. He actually got his girl, and then the other one's like, she's dead, but still simp. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate, but you know what? They're both lovable. I'm actually fine with Rem coming back, even though I'm super convinced that they're not gonna. You know, I want them to go back to like how they were beginning when they were just saying things together and shading the hell out of Subaru and other people. That's what I want them to go back to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Rem is perfectly fine and shady all by herself. Well, I said Rem. Yeah, Rem is the shady one. Rem, that's kind of my problem with Rem. Outside of her love for Subaru, she has no personality. Like she's
like the
kick-ass.
loyal. She's the loyal.
Kick-ass.
Yeah.
But like she's kick-ass and she can fight. But as a like that would how am I trying to say this? That would have been a good plus, like maybe before season 2 started. Then season 2 started, and then everyone can fight. So it doesn't really mean anything to me. Yeah, and her personality is just like, like your personality is just I love Subaru, and Ram is a little more.
I feel like because you haven't seen Ram for so long, you're just like, be like, oh, her personality is so simple.
I saw the whatchamacallit. First of all, I saw it last year again. So no.
Yeah, but it's been so long in the series without seeing Rem.
Rem has more to last. No, year.
In the series, as in this season, we have not seen Rem for like 20 episodes. I think it's like her personality is more than I love Subaru, because that's Amelia's personality.
That wasn't Amelia. Amelia's personality was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, now it's I love Subaru.
Now it's I love Subaru. Yeah.
Rem has her moments. She's cute. She's loyal. She's brave. She had a whole scene for defending Rom in the first season.
Oh, so yeah, okay. So outside of
she's a shy, cute girl. So yes, if you want to reduce that whole archetype to no personality, then sure. She's like Hinata was in. Actually, that's the perfect analysis. The perfect comparison.
Oh, boy.
She's basically Hinata.
Oh, and somehow that's
why I love her so much.
Oh, right. Okay, so I guess you don't like a lot of flavor. I feel like your taste in Anime Woman is a reflection of how you season your food.
No, I just like cute girls, and she's cute. So.
I see. I've seen you cook your ground beef. All right, let's move on to Tensura season 2, episode 9.
You sound so excited to talk about this show.
I literally wrote 4 episodes because that's how little anything happened.
Yeah, this was a very. So you see how much we talked about Attack on Titan and ReZero? We're gonna not talk a lot about this show because there was nothing.
Bro, it was literally like, it's like, okay, but do we need a setup episode when we already kind of had a setup episode?
Extraordinarily long setup for this. Like they took.
It was so unnecessary.
So much.
Why am I having 10 minutes of them just figuratively sucking each other off, being like, "Oh no, we're great, we love each other." I don't care.
That opening scene could have been cut down to like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. War Council, 3 minutes. Actual execution of the plan, the rest of the episode, the end.
Yeah, if you really wanted to stretch it out, you could have made the first half all the build up and lead up to the fight, and then the second half of the episode.
It wasn't even anything entertaining. That's what kills me. It really was just.
It got to a point where I thought they were literally repeating scenes, and I'm like, wait, didn't I see this scene? Because they were all saying the same thing. Which, all right, there's slow pacing, and then there's like, oh, you dropped the ball on this one. I know why. Like, I'm not saying you don't need to be the build up and all that stuff, but they took way too long.
They did it last episode. There's no excuse. They did it last episode. I don't need 2 episodes of this.
I can't defend this one. They didn't even have any interesting, fun character interactions.
No,
It was all
none.
just
Like I said, like I told you, without Shion, they have nothing.
They could have had a good interaction with
but they don't because
Milam
Shion's the best.
What's her name? Crazy demon lord girl. And
Crazy.
not crazy, but you know. Oh, fuck, I keep forgetting her name.
Shuna?
Well, Shuna, but the other girl.
The one with the two Sims are fighting over?
Yeah.
Oh, Mulan?
Yes, Mulan. Because I'm gonna keep saying Milam because Milam is so much better and it starts with M.
Yeah. They keep bringing up Milam, and I'm like, where is she?
Also, yeah, stop bringing up Milam if you're not going to show her. Don't tease me Milam and then be like, oh, by the way. What is it with this show not putting Milam? ReZero taking out Rem and now Slime taking out Milam? The fuck is wrong with you people? These are the best girls you're taking out.
It's a bit much. Like, they're just adding all the wrong things to one episode, and I'm just, I don't care. I'm over it. Let's move on.
Okay.
Beastars Season 2, Episode 10. Oh man. So we get to see a little bit more inside of Riz, and yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Well, we already knew Riz was crazy.
I mean, we had a feeling, but it's just very cemented. Like, I thought it was like, I don't know, hormone. I thought it was like just like hormones and being like, you know, a meat eater who finally just cracked under the pressure. I thought that's all it was, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then upon hearing this, I'm just like, oh no, you're just batshit insane. Excuse me.
I kind of like. I like the angle they're going with Riz. First off, he's fucking intimidating. So when he showed up and in the bathroom with Pina, and then like licked his fingers.
Yeah, yo, I was like, oh, is your finger gone, girl? Yeah. Is it gone, girl, gone?
And I like the callback because he's like, your fingers taste like honey, and he was just touching the girl's porn and she was actually funny. Mm-hmm. So that was really good.
Woo!
We also got some. We finally got some Haru back. Yeah, I kind of hate how Haru was just being treated as like a side piece in this season.
Yeah, but that's because I mean, okay. To be fair, she does it to herself, so it's like I can't even.
I feel like Juno's more important to this season than Haru is. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe if they had more Juno, I'd agree. But like
the ways that they use Juno. First off, I would say they have just as much Juno as they do Haru.
Yes, at this point, they're even because they reduced Haru a lot.
They really could have used her more to like cheer on Legoshi or something. I don't know.
But then I mean, I will say this episode is some progression. She's yes. Did she bring up Louis yet another time?
She is the worst.
Yes. I can't defend her, but I will say that she did I do think she does like Legoshi, and she's like, okay, I don't, because I feel like she, you know, after a while, someone's not picking up the phone, and it's like, oh well.
Yeah, it's clear that she like loves Legoshi, and I think she is out of her love for Louis, but she obviously as a friend still wants to be like, hope he's not dead.
I think there's still part of her that cares for his like well-being and stuff. But also she has like this. She has this. The way she views like her connections to Louis and Legoshi are very weird. I'm like, I think I'm not gonna lie, she low-key needs therapy. Just a little bit. She's just like, I love how Louis tries to be so strong, but he's actually just like weak like me. I feel like if she likes I think she low-key just likes the compare. Like she's like, I can relate to Louis.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like she just saw herself in Louis, so she's like, oh yes, this is we're very similar.
Yes, but you're trying to be so strong, and I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just like, Legoshi, you just big as fuck. Like, yeah. But for the first time, I'm finally convinced that she actually does like Legoshi. Like before, I thought she was using him as like a placeholder for Louis senpai. Mm-hmm.
I think we can I think the direction is going to be that she's definitely with Legoshi, and then Juno's probably gonna get with
Mm-hmm.
Louis.
I hope so. They make better couples anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Louis and
They could
Juno.
be bad bitches together, running the streets of the black market.
Not running the streets, Chile.
It'd be like Empire, Beastars edition.
But yeah, really good episode. Pina gets points because even though Homeboy just had his finger in, he had his finger in Riz's mouth, and Riz could have just bit it off. Pina was like, "Yeah, I'm not afraid to die, but I'm not afraid for you to kill me."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Oh."
The fight at the end was also great.
Oh yeah, so they just the fight is great, and I also love how they like end it. They're like, "Oh, well, we can't kill each other because like the nice lady who cleans the showers is here, so we just kind of have to run away." And I love how they was like, "We're gonna run away," and they just look at each other like, "Ah!"
One more time.
Oh my god, I love that. I love the actual animosity between them. It's great. Very entertaining to watch.
Can't wait to see Legoshi learn his super technique for taking down bears.
Listen, if you need to learn a technique for taking down bears,
I see. That's what we call the alley-oop. I threw it up there and you slammed it down.
Yes, we the slam dunk indeed. All right, let's move on to Kumo desu ka? Nani ka? Episode.
Wait,
10.
before that, we have one show.
Oh, sorry.
I know.
I think my soul wanted me to skip over.
I know it has presence concealment EX, but
excuse me. Up next, we have Log Horizon Season 3, Episode 9.
The only thing more boring than slime this week was this show, actually. I'm
gonna give it a bug. I was like, was it? And I'm like, I don't think it was that boring. And then I think it wasn't that boring because I was also eating. And then I was
you're probably just enjoying your food and you.
Oh yeah, I mean, so yeah, I wasn't. Okay, so I had fish and that was tasty. But I guess I did take my time and like really like sort through like the meats. I don't get the bones stuck in my mouth. I think I'm getting better at eating fish.
Good. That's one good thing that happened this week in Horizon.
I can't say much about the show, but my fish was delicious.
As for the episode itself, see, I don't like Minori as a character, and I don't like her.
Thank you, bro. She's so boring.
She is extremely boring. Her whole little side click adventures aren't really. I feel like this particular season is trying so hard to not do anything with the main cast. The characters.
They're done in like 3 episodes.
Which means this is gonna be a 3-episode arc. Oh my
god. I mean, at least they're going to start fighting next episode. At least.
Yeah, but they're like the C team. Do we really care that they're gonna start fighting next episode? They're all level 50 or some shit.
Listen, in Genshin we were all level 50 at some point. Our characters are all level 50 at some point.
This is the equivalent of like if there was a Dragon Ball Z arc where Goku and Vegeta and Gohan weren't there, and we had to watch Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, why am I seeing this boring character try to chat up like the main character? I'm just like, why hasn't Akatsuki killed her yet?
Yeah, Akatsuki, I thought she was gonna do that on the roof. Like, I'm here to assassinate you,
or be like, bitch, back off. That's my man. Like something like that.
I kind of liked it better when they were at each other's throats. I don't like this new mature Akatsuki who's like, oh, she's just a little girl. She can't steal my man.
Yeah, even though that's true, but regardless,
I kind of, like you said, I kind of really wish this is one of those rare instances where I wish they did play up the melodrama in the relationships a bit more.
I would have done something
because it would make these episodes feel a lot more juicy.
Yeah, they keep doing that. They keep having moments where they could easily just overplay it. Like last episode, I said when they went into his past and the potential relationship with Kaname or Kanami. but they didn't do shit with that, which that it kind of just fell flat, and then the rest of the episode went on, which was boring. And the same so with this, nope, no, nothing but love between Akatsuki and Minori, and I'm just like, oh girl, why? Also, another question, in addition to why is Renisha still in Akiba? Go get your man. Why are you still here? Why are we watching a scene of you being like, well, are we ready to go? I don't care. Get on the boat and leave. Find custody so something can happen in this stupid anime.
This is season 3, the filler arc. I'm done.
It really is. Yeah, me too. All right, let's move on to Kumo. Let's Kumo desu ka
Save me, Kumiko.
Episode 10. I don't know. I really like that. I really like the scene where Julius is like mourning his brother's death, because it's like, even though I've been isekai, like I still grew up, like I died as a teenager, but I'm also living my life up to a teenager. I'm once again a teenager, and like I was raised and taught and loved by all these people. So like, so yeah, one of them dies, even though I'm isekai, like that's still my family. He still feels that.
Yeah, it's a good element of the show. I've learned that the manga, surprisingly enough, doesn't do the storyline of the like the kids in school. Like if you read the manga, it's just Kumiko, and then all all the stuff with the kids in school happens after the whole Kumiko arc. So I'm kind of liking the way that they're interminating.
Yeah, I like this. I like this way better.
Way better. Yeah, because if it was just like 12 episodes of Kumiko in a dungeon, I honestly would probably get bored of that. So,
yeah,
I'm actually enjoying the subplot of the Julius becoming a hero and having to deal with his brother's death.
Yep, that's cute. I like the introduction of this wizard Ronant, and like his explanation of like his interaction with Kumiko, and how they view her
as a not cute spider.
A not cute spider who definitely tries and succeeds in murdering them all.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's just using a paralysis spell or something, and then at the end he's like, oh, everyone's dead. I'm like,
dead. Yeah, I was
nope.
like, oh, yeah.
I wonder if Kumiko ate them. Holy shit, she probably ate them.
Oh shit.
The show's way darker than it lets on.
Yeah. So my only problem is I'm like, my only problem is I would have preferred to have seen that from her point of view at some point. I think it would have been way more practical, because it's like, okay, this is our first time not just killing a human, killing multiple humans. So, or at least the first time we see it. So it's like,
I wonder if it's going for the angle that she's like so, engrossed in the fact that this is a game that she doesn't value human life, and she like to her they're just like enemies or something, like entities.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that is a thing. That could be a thing, and she probably still doesn't get it because no one like taught her otherwise.
Like, yeah, she hasn't had any interaction with other people aside from Administrator D.
Exactly. So Administrator D is probably just low-key just grooming her to be a demon lord.
Oh, and then, shit, you're right. Maybe.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's to be a demon lord, to be like, hey, these are just all like NPCs or bad guys, because it's like, Final Fantasy X, I wasn't like, oh no, we're fighting the people now, like, especially like, I don't know, like we're stopping their wedding or whatever. It was more like, oh my god, yeah, I was tired of killing fiends, let's fight people now. Even though you can argue that they don't die, because you don't see any fireflies come out of them.
That's a nice way of looking at it. I'm pretty sure the people here died.
Yeah, I know, the people here were dead.
She also like fucking annihilated the half of the body of the wizard and the other dude.
Yeah,
she's kind of really strong. That's the other big thing. She's like
that's
super
the thing. Yeah, like it was just like all of a sudden a giant increase in strength. I wasn't ready for all of that.
Because
But to be
this
fair,
wizard guy's like the best wizard in their world, right?
yeah.
So
I guess now that she can use magic and all these other abilities, it's
Mhm.
like, she just exponentially got stupid strong being in the mag. I feel like after the quote unquote the lava arc,
Mhm.
it's like she went from running from humans to like, yes, let's kill them.
Yeah, it's just like her hyperbolic time chamber.
Essentially. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing where they're gonna go with that because we're only almost halfway through. We're not
Yeah, I
even.
didn't know this was a 2 core show, so it's gonna actually go into next season. So that's interesting.
That's interesting indeed. Yeah, I'm really excited to see where they're gonna go. I'm really liking the show. I feel like
It's
this is
growing on
like,
me.
I feel like this show is definitely like the breakout show of our out of our lineup because I
Mhm.
feel like Beastars we knew was gonna be good. Attack on Titan we knew. ReZero.
Mhm.
Higurashi we knew was gonna be good.
Uh,
Tensura we had our expectations
yeah.
for that, and well, Log Horizon was just a disappointment.
And this is like the opposite of Lock Horizon. It's like Lock Horizon is like,
Exactly.
what is going on? And then this is like, wow, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Exactly. Love this.
Mhm.
All right, let's get down to our last anime of the night. Higurashi
Mhm.
Naku Koronigo, uh, episode 22.
23.
23. Excuse me. So very interesting enough. We
Mhm.
see Satoko. Uh, she actually has the ability, like she actually has like she can basically use magic like in the world. I that's what it seems like. I don't think she's like.
I don't know. I thought she was killing herself each time.
That's what I thought, but that wouldn't make any sense. Kill
I don't
yourself.
know. Satoko's kind of crazy at this point.
I mean, that could be true too. I mean, that's the thing about her. Both those things could be true.
Mhm.
She either could be killing herself, or she could just be snapping it and just activating her abilities. And spoiler.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like after this scene, like this very much I mean, this is very powerful confirmation that she is Lambda.
She literally
Like,
was like, "Oh yes, I certainly, certainty,
certainty. It is without certainty that I
Yeah,
certain.
exactly.
Yeah, they like so it's like for everyone else, like they were just like, yes, there is your confirmation. There you go. We're beating it
Mhm.
into you.
Yeah, pretty much. I did love that little scene with she's trying to name Featherine and she's like, "Oh, you can be and then she's like,
She's
"Perfect,
like,
I love it.
I love it. This is great. I was like, what?
So are you Team Tepe now?
Um, let me put it this way. Suzuko can accept him whenever she's ready, because it's like, yeah, one fragment of him being nice does not
Mhm.
equal the lifetime of abuse.
I did feel really sorry for him though. Like this pulled at my heartstrings because of my own personal like. I don't want to die alone. So seeing him just be like alone on the park bench, looking at the kids while he eats donuts, is so fucking sad. I
Mm.
feel so bad.
But he's also terribly abusive,
Yes,
man.
he's also horrible. Got it.
And the only reason why he finally came to his senses is because he literally saw his own loops.
Mm-hmm.
He started seeing his own loops. Like people start. So and yeah, so Uwa,
Mm-hmm.
as we're gonna be calling her, she basically was like, yeah, once you start like once for some reason when Satoko starts looping, now everyone else is like starting to remember.
That is one thing I like because that what we talked about in the live watch is like Go is kind of like going back and fixing some kind of plot inconsistencies in the first series that I didn't even realize were plot inconsistencies. Like now we learn, oh well, the reason people know stuff that happened in previous loops is because Awa is just so powerful that she, her
Yeah.
power leaks, and sometimes people remember fragments. And the closer you are to the looper, the more likely you are to remember stuff.
Yeah, which is that's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so yeah, it was kind of sad to see like he defended her, did all this stuff for her, and then she was just like, "Nope, I'm still traumatized."
Mm-hmm.
She just remembered everything.
And it's interesting to see that even though Satoko has like this godlike power and has no issues just
Mm,
wantonly killing herself for any reason she wants, she still has a fear of her uncle, just like built into her.
exactly. I remember the first time like he sees her, and she's just like, "Oh my god," she's so shook.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I actually felt terrible for her. Oh, randomly, no, not randomly, but wait, let me see if I can find it again. I randomly was looking at the Anime News Network review of the Higurashi episodes 22 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so my thing with this review, with this reviewer person,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, whoever is writing these reviews, clear has not seen Higurashi.
Oh no, is the Anime News Network review bad and inaccurate?
I mean, I never read one, so I assumed they would
Oh, they're
do
all
like,
bad and inaccurate. For the
oh,
most part.
really?
I've never seen an
Uh,
Anime News Network review where it's like, oh yes, this is a good and
I mean, I would
reasonable
see some of
review.
the, I would see a chunk of the excerpt, and they would like, like the preview before you click on the article,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, sometimes they were like kind of,
Maybe
you
for like
know,
more mainstream stuff, like if they're reviewing like Boruto or something, they probably have a good
yeah,
reviewer for that. But whenever it comes
hmm
to like shows like this or like ReZero or something, maybe ReZero
yeah,
did better. I don't know. But anytime I come across an Anime News Network article, it's always filled with nonsense.
yeah. So, um, well, whoever this person is, they know was real identity.
Mm-hmm.
So dot dot dot. I guess they know something, or maybe just Google it. I don't know. The last sentence is what really fucked me up. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what? And this person says, this friendship has become extremely toxic. But like most problems in Higurashi, it can be solved with an honest conversation and everyone putting their cards on the table. No! No, they can't do that. Putting their cards on the table is not going to erase hundreds of years of trauma from Rika, nor will it stop Sadoko from being clearly psycho. She's clearly crazy. Like she looked through all Rika's suffering and literally said, "I see all this stuff that she had to go through. That sucks. Time to keep her here forever."
Mm-hmm.
Like there is nothing laying on the table. Like Satoko already knows everything. And she
Yeah, and
doesn't
even if she
care.
did lay out her cards, I don't think Rika would just be like, "Oh wow, Satoko, you're the looper who's fucking everything over for me." Well, I guess that's
Yeah,
fine.
I guess we're just cool.
We're
Like,
cool.
girl, I'm like, yeah, we wrote this. I'm like, is that how real life works for you? Everyone just lays its cards on the table all the time, and just we talked about how we felt. We came to a resolution. Like, what? I mean, if that's the case, please fix racism, because there's plenty of racists who lay all their cards out, and they still, some of the extreme ones still kind of want us dead. So, so yeah, I don't know. I just found it really funny and like just out of touch.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
that's
are we
kind of
watching the
dumb.
same anime?
I so I do want to give one crackpot theory that, well, I don't think it's a crackpot theory. It is a pretty reasonable,
Mm.
well informed theory. I'm pretty sure this is the answer arc for the Tepe arc in the beginning that we got, where Satogo's being abused.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how dark this gets. So my theory is, what if Satoko is fake? Like she's going to go with Tepe and live with him, and then fake her abuse as a way of trying to get Rika to stay. Like, oh, if I pretend my uncle's abusing me, Rika has to stay. just to see how, because at this point Toko's really twisted, so I want to see just how.
Yeah, she'll do whatever
she'll
she
do.
needs to. That's not even like a crackpot theory anymore. That's just a possibility.
Yes. Now here's my crackpot theory.
Oh,
What
that
if
wasn't
she? That wasn't it. That was just my informed guess. The crackpot theory is: what if Satoko is targeting Keiichi because she realizes that Keiichi is always the one who remembers shit, like, or he's most likely to remember stuff. So, because in every arc that we had, Satoko or Keiichi's always being targeted by whoever it is. Like, in the first arc, he's targeted by Reina. In the second arc, he's locked up by Mion. And then Satoko herself literally shows up with a gun to presumably kill him and fights Mion. And then in the Teppei arc, he gets killed by Teppei after Satoko lures him into the house. So what if Satoko's like purposely targeting Keiichi?
He doesn't get killed by Toke. He lives.
Well, he lives in all the arcs, but attempted murder by Teppei.
Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting, but I don't know. It could be a little bit. I doubt it a little bit, only because what's been happening has been happening before Satoko. So it's like I don't think she's outright targeting him per se. I think that's just like shit that would just normally happen because it's normally happening regardless.
Hmm.
Like it happened without her.
Yeah, it did, but Rika always acts to like try to save Keiichi. Like with the whole Reina situation in the first arc, she's like, "Oh, Reina, just trust Reina. She's not crazy." And then I feel like Satoko would probably be working in the other direction with Reina to be like, "Reina, you need to fucking kill Keiichi. He's trying to ruin your family."
I mean, hmm. Uh, I
I just
don't
find it weird
know.
that maybe because it's from Keiichi's perspective, that's why. But like, I just find it weird he's always being targeted by somebody.
But he's always being targeted by some. That's why I say that's why my only problem is just like this is not different. This is no different from Higurashi.
Was
Like
he
it's like just
targeted
like
in
in
all the
Higurashi,
arcs?
at some point there's like a deviation. Just like right now, like in this
Well, let's put
series,
it this
there's a
way: he's
deviation.
specifically targeted in the sense that he's drawn away from Rika and then targeted. Like in the first arc, remember Satoko and Rika are found dead together, and obviously Keiichi's in his house and Reina attacks him. Second arc,
Hmm.
he's literally locked in the dungeon. Third arc, Satoko brings him to her house away from the festival. So I don't know.
Mm.
I feel like it's less
Yeah, that one
organized.
thing with that one with Satoko was that was kind of weird. Like as to why, why did she lure him away
There's
to get?
something going on. I'm just saying, there's something going on with Keiichi and Satoko here.
Mm. Or Satoko would just be like, "Wham! My uncle's abusive as hell. Keiichi, go kill him."
That too. Hmm. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. So that is the end of our weekly review. We're not gonna have a filler arc today because, like I said, I'm dying. I'm dying, and it's late, and I'm dying. So, with that being said, that is the end of the G&A podcast. Only if you could take us away.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to catch all the videos as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party over on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. Drew, do you have? Oh, and if you'd like, you can become a patron, or a channel member, like all these lovely people on screen who make the program possible. Now, Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yep. Stock up on your allergy meds, y'all. It's gonna be a rough one.
And thank you, Drew, for making it through the entire podcast in your
Mm,
condition.
I'm suffering.
Until next time, this has been Sober Oni, and
Scooby Doo.
we'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.